Hi, welcome to my YouTube channel, We Don't Know Her. You are probably here from TikTok. If you are not, welcome. Welcome everyone. This is my first video, and I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm actually editing this in the TikTok app. So we're going to try to give this YouTube thing a go because no joke, TikTok is being a joke. Let me know how you like this video. Tell me you hate it if you do. It's okay. Or tell me if you like it. I don't know how to do the fancy music in the background yet. I don't know how to do the music, and I know nothing. But what I do know is I don't think I have to censor myself over here. I'm still going to say unalive just in case, like a fool. But I do know I have some wiggle room over here, so that's fun. There are going to be no clips over here. It's not a free for all like TikTok. So I will be describing the clips that I would have used. So this video today is the final part of the Sam and Ron timeline. I will be covering their time after the Jersey Shore until they broke up, their own separate journeys, which, spoiler alert, Ron takes up a lot of it, and to current day. Okay, we're going to jump right in. In 2012, the original Jersey Shore series came to an end. Sam and Ron did move in together. They moved into a home in New York. And to be quite honest, it is very hard to find tea on their relationship between the years 2012 and 2016 when they officially split. They did attend a few events together, such as the VMAs. I know Sam made an appearance on the Snooki and JWoww show. But there's really not that much info. There's no like old Stan Instagram pages, which I understand. I don't think any of us wanted Sam and Ron together. So we're just going to fast forward to when they officially split up. Now, what I find strange is a lot of media outlets report that they split in 2014. But Ron himself and Reddit says otherwise. They say they split up in 2014, got back together in 2015, and then officially split in 2016. And that's what I believe. So they were together for a total of 7 years. We did not hear much from Sam when they split, but this is a quote from Ron. Long story short, Sam wanted to grow up and start a family. Ron got cold feet and cheated on her, which, to be honest, in my opinion, he did her a favor because she no longer has to deal with him. And that's that. That was the end of Sam and Ron in 2016. Okay, we're going to be covering Ron's journey first, and it's a long, bumpy journey, so buckle up, like no joke. In 2017, he went on the second season of the show Famously Single, so this was about a year after him and Sam split up. On the show, he met Malika, who was best known for being on Keeping Up with the Kardashians. She was Khloe's BFF, and they got together. I remember everybody in both the Jersey Shore world and the Keeping Up with the Kardashians world was like, what is she doing with Ron? I think Khloe even made a comment about it. Everybody was just shocked that she would get with somebody like him. This relationship only lasted a couple months. Malika, in a very classy and polite way, basically said, Ron's love language is very aggressive and mine is not. So that's why we will never work. That same year, I'm guessing only a couple months later, in July of 2017, he gets with a woman named Jen. Jen was, I believe, a Instagram model at the time. She lived in Vegas and she was a single mother to a 10-year-old boy. By December 2017, only 6 months later, they announced they are pregnant with a baby girl. So this relationship moved very quickly. During this pregnancy, it is announced that Jersey Shore will be returning with the spinoff series Family Vacation. Ron was going to be returning. Sam would not be returning, but they did have this blow-up doll that they called Sam. Filming wrapped up, and by April of 2018, Ron and Jen have their baby girl. And all is well for the time being until the new episodes of Family Vacation start airing. A couple weeks after they have their daughter in April of 2018, an episode comes out of Ron messing around with another woman. Now, in this clip, they don't hook up per se, but he is very handsy with this woman. They go into a room together and you can hear belts coming off. And Polly is actually the one who interrupts this and opens the door and tells Ron, it is not worth it, bro. It's not worth it. You got a pregnant girlfriend at home. So Ron does walk this girl out and says he will text her later. After she leaves, him and Snooki are up together. It's like 7 a.m. And Ron confesses to Snooki that he still loves Sam on national television, knowing that his pregnant girlfriend will be watching this eventually. And oh boy, did she watch it. A few days after that episode airs, Ron posts this to his IG stories. Very typical Ron behavior, to be honest. Jen replies back in her IG stories with this. So I guess Ron found out that Jen was talking to her ex-boyfriend and that she also had tapes with him. He was posting all about it on his IG stories. So Jen then posted these screenshots from Ron onto her IG stories. And I guess Ron was telling her that he was going to send these tapes of her and her ex-boyfriend to her grandma and to her son. The next day, he apologizes on IG stories. We all thought they were done. No more drama, right? Wrong. Just hours after this was posted, Jen goes live on Instagram. Her and Ronnie are fighting, and Ron is holding up a cell phone saying, oh, look at this video, look at this video. Show your followers this video. You can then hear them physically fighting for the phone, and it sounded like things got physical between them. And then the Instagram live cut out. Everybody in the Jersey Shore world was like, oh my gosh, what is happening? And then they went radio silent. Couple weeks later, they are back together. Ron posts this to his IG stories. She was snoring so loud, like no joke. Okay, for all you animal lovers, you may want to fast forward the next couple minutes. So Jersey Shore Family Vacation is filming again. This is June of 2018, so only a couple months after their daughter was born. Cops are called to Planet Hollywood, where the cast of Jersey Shore is, and where Ron and Jen are. Okay, I'm just going to read the article verbatim. Cops say they interviewed multiple witnesses and Ronnie and were told Jen punched him in the head and spit on him and then took off. We're told she is now the suspect of a battery. Ronnie told police they'd been arguing since Wednesday when he found their dog unalived at the bottom of their pool. Ronnie and Jen live in the Vegas area. Our Jersey Shore sources say they'd also been bickering about who was taking care of their daughter, and things came to a head at Planet Hollywood. Now, there is no proof that Ronnie did unalive their dog, but the dog was in Ronnie's care when it was found at the bottom of the pool. Ron plus his sources say he would never do such a thing. He loved that dog. Jen and her sources seem to think he did it on purpose because they were arguing with each other. She also says her dog knew how to swim, so it's very suspicious. Either way, very sad. David Eason vibes for sure. Only a few weeks after that, in late June of 2018, this happens. Again, I'm just going to read the article. Jen was busted late Sunday in Vegas after she and Ronnie got into a fight while driving home from a barbecue. Sources close to the exes tell us Jen hit Ronnie in the face during the argument. He demanded she pull over and let him out of the car. We're told Ronnie got caught in his seatbelt, but Jen took off anyway, dragging Ronnie. Worst of all, we're told their 2-month daughter was in the car at the time. There is speculation that they were arguing about the dog still. It was Jen's dog, and she was very upset about it. And I guess she quite literally dragged Ronnie. A couple months later, fall of 2018, the episode of Jen spitting on Ronnie airs on Family Vacation on national television. Ronnie posted this to his IG stories, basically saying they are back together and all is well. Around that same time, Jen also posted this to her IG stories saying all of their problems are because of the show. Only a few days later, after those posts, Ronnie posts this to his IG stories, a picture of him with a black eye. He basically says, sorry for lying to my friends and family. I was just trying to protect her. That same day, TMZ comes out with the news that cops were called again because of a heated argument between Jen and Ronnie. Quote, this whole thing erupted after the former Jersey Shore star posted a video calling Jen out for leaving their baby and her 12-year-old son home alone so she could go out with her friends and get drunk. It appears after Ronnie posted that video, Jen went to his house to get the baby. Ronnie also posted screenshots of their text messages. I guess Jen was threatening him and telling him he needs to pull out $20,000 immediately and give it to her. Only a few weeks later, after all of that, in November of 2018, Ron and Jen attend Mike and Lauren's wedding together. The Jersey Shore cast was stunned. Everybody was shocked. They're like, what are you guys doing? They then go on to celebrate 2018 holidays together. January 2019, cops are called again, and Ronnie files a police report against Jen. Quote, Ronnie filed a battery report against Jen after she allegedly threw a glass ashtray at him. At approximately 2:15 a.m., the Las Vegas police patrol officers respond to a residence located blah, 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 for a report of a possible burglary and destruction of property. The case was later dropped. A couple months after that, in spring of 2019, they are back together, posting cutesy pictures together on Instagram. May 2019, Jen is arrested for domestic battery. I'm not even sure why. This is also messy. She was taken into custody and held on a $3,000 bond, according to court records. A source told us that Ron was in Kentucky at the time of his ex's arrest. And at this point, Ronnie was telling everybody and the internet that they were officially over. Jen then posted this to her IG stories, I'm guessing when she got out of jail. Quote, I hated to post this tonight, but I can't keep taking the abuse by MTV and Ron and the cast. Everyone always apologized to me for saying the things they have to say about me. But I can't take the abuse anymore. It's not me. I can prove everything. I'm the one bullied and abused by everyone. Just because I don't post the things that happen to me doesn't mean it doesn't happen. Isn't it weird you never hear my side because I don't need to tell it? Fast forward later on to October of 2019, and Ron is arrested and tased. Quote, Ron was tasered and arrested for kidnapping in LA following an altercation with Jen, and their daughter was in the middle of it at an Airbnb. Police got multiple 911 calls reporting the fact that Jen was in distress. Our law enforcement sources say Ronnie gave chase, running after Jen, allegedly with a knife in his hand, and also with their infant daughter. We're told Ronnie was holding the 18-month-old as he yelled at Jen to get back in the house. We're told Ronnie eventually dropped the knife and locked himself and his daughter in the house. That's where he was when police arrived on scene, and he did not respond to their commands to come outside. We're told police decided to break down the door because they were worried that his daughter could be in danger. According to our law enforcement sources, Ronnie still would not go peacefully, so officers had to use a taser to take him down. The LA Police Department issued an emergency protective order in October 2019 that said Ronnie was to stay 100 yards away from Jen for the week following his arrest. In November of 2019, Ronnie pled no contest to all the charges. There was a plea deal. As part of his plea deal, he was put on probation for 36 months in order to pay $20,000 to a women's shelter. He also had to enroll in a 52-week DV class. Jen apparently told cops that Ronnie was skiing, which could explain why cops had to tase him. And you can see the door that was broken down and then Ronnie on a stretcher. Ron and Jen were officially done after this in late 2019. Sometime in early 2020, Ron gets into another relationship with this woman, Sapphire. I believe she was also an Instagram model. April 2021, Ron is arrested again for DV. Cops say his girlfriend had visible marks on her body when they showed up responding to her call for help. Law enforcement sources tell us it was actually Ronnie's girlfriend, Sapphire, who called the police that night after they'd gotten into some type of argument that allegedly got physical. We're told when officers arrived, they spoke to both parties and determined Ronnie was the aggressor. Although she was the one to call 911, she did post this after the arrest saying, Ronnie and I are fine. There is a lot of misleading information floating around out there. With everyone who reached out with concern, I appreciate it with all of my heart. But everything that's being portrayed out there are not facts. I don't think it's fair that people are using false accusations to gain attention. Please leave Ron and I alone. You don't know what someone is going through at the end of the day. Don't believe everything you hear and read online. So, yeah. All of these charges were dropped because Ronnie checked into treatment. This was also around the same time that he announced he would be leaving the show to work on his mental health. Summer of 2021, Ron and Sapphire get engaged. I guess Ron got her a $150,000 ring. The next summer of June 2022, they called off the engagement and announced that they split up. Now, sometime between late 2022 and early 2023, Ron popped back up on family vacation for a minute just to check in with everyone. And around the same time, news came out that he actually had full custody of his daughter. It's very unclear how this all happened. From what I have read on Reddit, it's because he owns his own home and their daughter was starting school, so she needed a permanent address. Other people on Reddit speculate that Jen just might be worse than Ron. I'm not too sure, but he has full custody of her. Okay, so that is the end of Ronnie's journey. Now on to our Sammi sweetheart, and this will only take like a minute to cover because she truly stayed drama-free. In 2017, so about a year after her and Ron split, she began dating a fitness influencer named Christian. They got engaged in 2020, but by summer of 2021, they announced that they were splitting up. Actually, they didn't even really announce it. They unfollowed each other on Instagram, and then Sam came out with a video saying she was single. Reddit speculation is either he cheated on her or it's because she wanted a prenup and he did not, and this was an argument and they decided just to end things. I don't know. In January of 2022, Sam announces she is dating her new boo, Justin. I believe Justin may also be a fitness influencer. I'm not sure. But funny enough, Justin used to bartend at Bamboo, a bar that the Jersey Shore cast would go to in the early days. And there's a bunch of old clips floating around from the OG series of Justin standing right behind her. Her and Justin are still together to present day, and they seem very happy. By mid-2023, it was announced that Sam would be returning to Jersey Shore with her roomies. Ron was still not on the show, so I guess she felt it was safe to come back. There were rumors swirling around that her and Ron did film together, but that whole season aired and it did not happen. The day that Ron did pop up, Sam was out with her boyfriend, so they did not film together under the same roof. Now, this season that is currently airing, I think there's only a couple episodes. It just started a few weeks ago. Those rumors are back that Sam and Ron did in fact film together. There is a TikTok also where they are in the same room. And in the trailer, you can see Mike asking Sam if she's okay with Ronnie coming back. And she's like, hell no. And then he arrives and you just see Sam's face kind of drop. So we will see if those rumors end up being trumors, if they did film together under the same roof, if they did interact. I'm guessing they are keeping that in their back pocket until the season finale. Sam also did do an interview earlier this year saying she knows there will be a possibility that Ron and her will have to film together eventually. She knows what she's doing though. She knows it's going to help her bag. So get it, girl. Maybe I can start recapping the new episodes. We'll see how this video goes. But that concludes the Sam and Ron timeline. Like, no joke.